Good morning, Eastern Oregon, and welcome to this July 18th version of AM Live on EOA, your connection to Eastern Oregon. We're glad you're here with us. Don't forget, we're on Roku.
Roku, the easy way to watch it.
That is. And we're still working on the Roku channel is working, but the reflection of the Roku channel on our webpage is still not quite right.
Tuned in.
Yeah. So
or tuned up.
Yeah.
Tuned up.
But anyhow, it still is really easy. That's the easiest way to find content and so on and so forth. So
what is today? Second Monday.
Second Monday.
Could you believe that? Yesterday I was watching my niece, and I got her pull up changed right before we come, and then she just floods it. And when I changed it, I mean it was flooded.
Yeah.
It was like a whole.
He had his niece. She's 2.
She's 3.
She's 3. Yeah.
Yeah. She's potty training.
Yeah, she's 3, and yeah, boy, what a beautiful little girl. Her beautiful hair.
Fun, dude. We have a lot of fun together.
Yeah.
Like there was a long time where she didn't talk a lot, and then just all of a sudden, boom.
Yeah.
And like it's funny because we were sitting down at the poker room, and Jake, the owner of the poker room,
yeah,
he's her other uncle. He's Joe's brother, who's the dad, and I'm Kelly's brother, who's the mom. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go see Joe and Kelly or something." He's like, "Yeah, her favorite uncle." I'm like, "Come on, bro. She doesn't even know your name."
She doesn't. No, I had so Michaela and her kids were here this weekend. They went to a wedding, and so that was kind of cool. And then so then I guess what was that Friday night? I saw Kayla and Kelsey's the 5 grandkids. That was fun. And then of course the previous 2 weeks we had been with Leilani
and her kids.
Yeah. So
who was the other girl that was with you guys that was sitting next to her? I didn't get introduced to her. Blonde-headed girl. Couldn't have been a kid.
Where at
the fireworks.
Oh,
she's sitting right there next to
Leilani. Oh, that was a friend of hers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a family member.
No, she actually, Hannah DeVore. That's not her name now, but Hannah, the DeVore family. They've been here forever, and Hannah and Leilani. If you're seeing this, yeah, Hannah. They were friends forever. Cool. So yeah, when they were younger. So
because she grew up here too.
Yeah.
Leilani did.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was like during the time when I was gone.
Yeah. So she was like, that was, I think she graduated in, it must have been 2007.
So she was my brother's age, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Casey graduated in 2007.
Yeah.
I graduated in 97. Make me feel old.
97.
Yeah, that was a good year.
That's right. You were born the same year I graduated from high school, 79.
Yeah, yep.
That's the way I keep track of it.
The last of the dying breed.
Is that it?
Well, I would imagine most people would say that my generation's like the
last of the good one.
Because we're not completely invested in this. You know what I mean? I went through high school without. I mean, we had computers, but we didn't have the internet. I mean, they had it, but you only used it very seldomly. Like at home, even my senior year, we had dial-up. I mean, everybody had. They didn't have DSL yet.
See, 79. So Michaela was born in 86. So
I didn't know she was that close in age to me.
Yeah,
she's in her mid-30s.
Yep.
Yeah, be 36 this year.
Yep.
Oh wow. I thought she was younger than that. What's the age gap between the two of them? The girl?
So Michaela's 86, Kelsey's 88, and Brady's 92.
Why do I feel like I'm so much older than them?
I don't know.
Probably
You just
I hang
are.
around with you
much. You were wearing that T-shirt grumpy yesterday. It's like...
Yeah. And I wasn't grumpy though.
No, you weren't.
I love having my knee. Like I don't get to babysit.
No, but I mean, you feel much older because you're like a grumpy old man.
Yeah,
sometimes.
probably.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, let's do sports.
All right, you get to it. Here we go.
AM Sports Update is brought to you by Hobby Habit right here in LeGrand. 411 First Street. Go check them out, man. They're a Traxxas rep. They're like certified. Their RC cars are super cool. They have all kinds of stuff, and I've been in there and I've looked at some of them, and these RC cars are like models of actual vehicles. They have like 70 Chevys, 70. It's just a really cool thing. They got magic cards. They got board games. They have the stuff for all kinds of stuff for kids. They have the what are those? The little toy that I like to play with. That little
ball thingy?
I can't think of it, but there's a name for it.
Is there a name for it? Yeah, I don't even know what that name is.
Little stick with a ball that you got to try to get up on there. Their selection there is awesome. Joe's done an awesome job with the inventory and just kind of modernizing that store. Hobby Habit right here in LeGrand, 411 First Street. Go check them out. Sports. There's nothing really going on right now except for Shrine, but I want to tell you about a couple guests that I'm going to have on after the Shrine game. Once Carly Jensen gets back from Barcelona, she's there playing softball. She's an LHS grad this last year. She's in Barcelona playing softball with Team USA 18U, and she's going to join me. And then before she goes back to OIT at the end of the summer, JC Seaver, who is a local girl, graduated from LeGrand High School, plays for the OIT softball team, and which got second in the country last year and is a perennial powerhouse in softball. And JC is one of their key players, and she's going to join me before she goes back. Shrine-wise, we got 2 weeks, a little under 2 weeks until Shrine, and we're just busting out content. We're getting ready. That the week of is crazy for us, but a couple years ago, I sat down with the president of the board at the time, and one of the key figures, and he also played in the Shrine game. Here's Gib Thons.
How'd you get involved in Shrine?
Well, I got involved in the Shrine mainly because in 1965, I got to play in the East-West Shrine game, and I met a lot of Shriners, and they were very supportive, even after I had played in the game. So I wanted to become a Shriner, and I thought originally that I wanted to play in the band. But when I got into the Shrine, I joined the Drum and Bugle Corps instead.
So you played in the game in 1965. What school did you go to?
The school that I represented was Umatilla.
You're a Umatilla boy, an Eastern Oregon boy, huh?
Eastern Oregon boy. Even though I've got, the West colors on, I played for the East.
Yeah, Gib, he's a heck of a dude, and has been an integral part of Shrine and the Shrine game for many years. He's still involved. He still handles all the tickets and everything. He was the president the first year, right? And then Zach last year, or the first 2 years?
Yeah, for the first two years we did it. Yeah,
and then now Zach is the new president.
Right. Yeah,
and Gib has just been awesome. I mean, he's fun. If you see him at Shrine, if you're at Shrine, he's going this year, I believe. Yeah. And if you see him, introduce yourself. He's a great conversationalist, and he's fun, and he's always got a smile on his face, and he's just a cool dude.
Yep.
That's about it for sports. I mean, like I said, we're pumping out content for Shrine game, and we're working on that for the next 2 weeks, and then I'll get into interviews again after the Shrine game, like I said, with JC and Carly. This morning sports report is brought to you by Hobby Habit right here in LeGrand. Go see them, 411 First Street.
Good stuff.
Yeah, Gibbs a character, and
he is.
He is,
and he loves football. He loves what Shriners do. Yep. Yeah, so it's he's kind of contagious when you spend very much time with him.
Yeah, he's just one of those people that has the infectious smile, and just that, like you can tell that he's like a great grandpa.
Yeah,
like he treats his grandkid. You know what I mean? Like He's one of those dudes where the grandkids just absolutely adore him, I'm sure.
Yeah, and that office, that environment is it looks like my office.
That's his house. That's at home. That's his home office.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, He's got all.
He's got all of his stuff within reach.
He does too. And
that's me. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great dude there though. Gib Thonstead.
Very much so.
Yep.
Yeah, we really enjoy our partnership with the Shriners. Well, hey, let's look outside here real quick. And
beautiful day.
Yeah, pretty day.
It's nice and clear.
See if I can find our weather. The weather. I always go the wrong direction. Sorry, guys. Okay.
87 today. This is our last cool day, and then look at it just pumps back up.
The last cool day.
Well,
yeah, I know, but it's like they've all been warm. Yeah.
But look at 95, 97, 97.
Wow.
And you're talking about wanting to do a run through on Saturday.
Yeah, we are going to. Weather. It's going to be hot.
I'm going to be sick that day.
I don't blame you. But I need you here. Yeah. Well, man, did you hear about that drive-by shooting yesterday?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's nuts. If you haven't, I guess it happened early Monday morning, right?
Yeah, that started at the truck stop, right?
Started at the truck stop. Yeah. Some girl accused a guy of stealing his phone.
Her phone,
stealing her phone. Yeah. And while they're there, she brandishes the weapon. She lifts her shirt a little bit and shows that it's tucked in this gun. And so then he takes off towards LeGrand, and she's in the passenger seat. She jumps into the passenger seat, and the other guy who is driving, and they pull up alongside.
In oncoming traffic. That's just a two-way or
right
2-lane highway.
Pull on oncoming, and she shoots at him.
What?
Shoots the window out.
In Compton or what?
I don't know. Yeah, and so then he pulls over and calls the police, and they come, and then they find her later with the gun and with a phone. Now, whether it's her phone or not, but I mean, I don't know.
Why didn't he just call the cops right at the truck stop?
Well, and maybe he was just like, I'm just going to get out of this situation. Hopefully it goes away.
I'll snitch on somebody fast.
Oh, well, yeah, especially if they showed you the gun right in the thing. It's like no. This person is not everybody. She's not all here. Yeah.
Well, no. You do that in the wrong spot and you get shot yourself. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
I don't understand people sometimes.
Well, yeah, I don't. And it's just, and you were saying earlier, it's just like being under the influence or something can
I mean,
if that were the case, yeah, but still there's just this separation from reason. This
we don't know
what are you thinking in that situation?
I don't know what situation she was in. It could be.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
But still, the big message is that, yeah, it's scary. That's just LeGrand for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't remember the last drive-by here.
I think not like that. I think a couple of years ago there was, somebody drove by and shot at a person's house or something.
Oh, yeah. And then there was like a shooting down here too, like right down by Golden Crown or somewhere.
Yeah.
Right? But that wasn't out of a car.
No, no. So it's just, just a little, it's just unusual for us.
Like I said, if that would have happened back in the old Wild Wild West, it would have been just a shootout and it would have been over with. You know what I mean? Like somebody.
Yeah.
We live in a world where people. Yeah. I mean, I hope they prosecute to the extent of the law.
Well, yeah, I guess that's what I hope too. I mean, I'm totally fine with LeGrand gaining a reputation of
zero.
You don't mess with that stuff here because they'll put you away for it.
And some of the comments that I read on the Facebook post is like people are like, oh, she's probably going to get away with it here in LeGrand. They don't, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And who knows? I mean, but that's serious. Like you start shooting at people in a driving car.
Yeah.
Not only could you hit them with the bullet, but you could distract. You know what I mean? You could kill other things. Can happen.
Well, and you're driving in not oncoming. I mean, I'm sure the road was pretty quiet at that time of the night, but still.
Yeah, you're in the wrong lane.
Yeah.
The driver should be prosecuted too.
And I
100%.
agree. I agree. And
Yeah,
they said that
accomplished
maybe
the-
there were other charges that were forthcoming. So,
No, isn't it attempted murder when you
well,
shoot
and that
at
again,
somebody?
that was one of the other questions that I saw on Facebook.
You don't shoot at somebody with a gun with the intent to wound.
Right, right.
Like, I mean, I would think it would be attempted murder. I would
Yeah.
hope.
Yeah.
Crazy,
Yep.
crazy world that we live in. We're just, oh, it's like a lot of people stay to themselves now. That's part of the reason why people are so antisocial.
Yeah. Because
We
they don't
live
want to
in a
be.
world where people just
Yeah.
are.
I wonder, I mean, you don't watch the news, but they're labeling it's very common to label a lot of different shootings as mass, what do they call it?
Mass shootings.
Mass shootings, is that what
Yeah.
they call them? Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there certainly is an increase of, I mean, and I don't know if that's a copycat thing, but I mean, I'm sensing a shift because the mass shootings in the past have been someone who really was prepared to commit suicide. They go and they want to kill a bunch of
Going
people
out
and then
with a
they
bang.
kill themselves. Yeah, and I think there definitely is a shift that's happening where it's more of a violence. I want to go and shoot a bunch of people and get away, and so
It's unfortunate.
it is.
So-
It's awful.
Did you see in Portland like a few months ago they said that there was a possible serial killer? They linked one guy to four of the murders, and he was in jail in Baker.
Really?
2012. Yeah,
Oh
I
wow.
don't remember his name, but I don't think they have him in custody yet, but they have him linked to four of the women. So I mean, that's a serial killer. I mean, 4 people
That's
in Portland.
crazy.
There hasn't been a serial killer in the Portland area since Bundy. Wasn't Bundy? Seattle.
Yeah, he was
Portland,
both. Yeah, he lived in
came
Seattle,
down.
but he was like, I
I-5.
think he had some murders up and down the West Coast,
Yeah.
didn't he?
Or wait, what was that? The trucker, there was one killer. Let me look real fast.
Yeah, and there's another guy that's on the news right now, and that was a big back east. I can't remember where that situation back east, and they arrested him and found 11 bodies buried at his place. I don't know. I can't get my mind around.
What was that other serial killer's name? Okay, so Ted Bundy got one of his victims was an Oregon State student.
Okay.
But there was one like the I-5. No, it was like it was like truck drivers or something. I can't remember. He was a truck driver. I don't think we've ever had a serial killer in LeGrand.
That we know of.
No. Yeah. Well, the crazy thing is
Hopefully
people
not.
always talk, and they're like, LeGrand would be the perfect place to go to murder somebody.
Yeah.
Like we have like a few murders that are still unsolved, like
Yeah.
I don't remember if I think they prosecuted, but they didn't. There was something weird about the Candy Cane Park murder. I don't remember exactly what happened there.
Yeah. No, I actually did quite a bit of investigation into that, and I mean, and that's an
Was somebody wrongfully prosecuted in that case? Or
that's
something?
an interesting case. Well, nobody was ever prosecuted
Oh yeah.
in that.
So,
They never did. But I mean,
I grew up like a block from there.
yeah,
Our house on Washington was like
yeah.
right there.
No, and that's and that was the other thing is I dug into that. She was my age. She would have been my age.
She was a student at EOU, right?
Yeah.
It was like in the 80s.
Yeah, and it was well, I don't remember when it was, but it was like I want to say 83 or something. But
Sounds
it
about right.
but it was yeah. No,
Wasn't there a murder out in Elgin too, like in the last 10 years that didn't get solved?
well, there was a murder. There was I don't know that didn't get solved. There was one that did get solved.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, there was a guy who I think he killed 3. He was living out in Elgin, and
he killed the mom.
and he killed 3 different people. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a different one.
That one got solved.
I think that the other one was solved recently. Yeah, you're right. I mean, there are 2 different cases that I'm thinking of. Yeah.
I mean, you would think like in this area, you could just off somebody, take them up in the mountains, and they disappear.
Right. Well, and in
you can't really prosecute for somebody for murder if they don't have a body.
Right. But in the case of the one that happened, it probably happened 10 years ago now. And that guy eventually confessed. But yeah, he killed somebody and dismembered them and put them in
the lake.
In one of the ponds. Yeah. And one of their piece of the body. That's what, that's kind of, and then so they traced that. Well, in the meantime, he'd killed 2 other individuals, and he'd gone up in the hills above Elgin and marched them out in the middle of nowhere. But eventually he got caught. And then part of his plea bill was helping them discover the bodies that he had hidden,
Dang.
Yeah.
Sorry for their families.
Yeah. That's awful. What a dismal topic. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
We kind of got on that.
It's not my favorite thing.
No, I know. But yeah, but it's the kind of thing that catches your attention anyhow. And thankfully it doesn't happen very often. I mean, it happens seldom enough that we remember specific cases.
Yeah. It's not like Chicago where it's happening like 5 times a day.
No, I mean, and that's one of the, you talk about gun violence, you'll have 100 people killed over a long weekend in Chicago.
And they call Chicago Chirac for a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a ploy on Iraq.
Right. Yeah.
I'm glad we don't live there. How did you go to Crazy Days at all?
Yeah.
I didn't.
I mean, I was down. Yeah, I walked down there through my grandkids were here. And so then on Saturday morning, we walked down through there. Great. I mean, there's
a lot of cars.
I think there were over 100 and they were, normally they have them in a row of 2 all the way down. This time they had a row of 3.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, most of the way. And they had it was a great, the Main Street did a lot of, they just did a good job at pulling in a lot of other elements. They had on Fur or Depot Street, Merlin's Catering. Merlin I'll bet he had space for 50 or 60 people to sit at tables, and he served pancakes. And so that was, and there were other eating establishments, Becky's Burger Wagon, Jimmy's Barbecue was down here. And so there was a lot of food, and which was good. But even then there were so many people that there wasn't enough food. I mean, the lines were so long.
Yeah.
And in the middle of the day, it was just, by noon, it was 90 degrees.
Oh.
And the fire truck, there was a fire. Normally the relief for the heat is the fire truck is downtown.
Puts up water.
Yeah. But they had a call earlier that day. And so I don't know when I don't think they got down here until noon or 1 o'clock. So anyhow, it was hard to get away from the heat, but really, really great event. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
We need more stuff like that downtown.
Well, and I think that, I think that's happening. It used to be, and I was on the Main Street board for, many years, and we would try and avoid weekends that conflict with other people and stuff. But we're kind of moving to the point of where LeGrand should have, they should have something regularly downtown to attract people. And
every weekend in the summer.
Yeah.
In my eyes.
And not worry about, other people, there are lots of choices, but it's unfortunate. But Minor Jubilee was last weekend too. And so, but Crazy Days is on this particular day because the car show, this is the weekend that doesn't conflict with other car shows.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So anyhow, just kind of, but it was a really good event. So, yep.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well,
awesome.
I have a few videos I want to show. These are silly. These are silly social media videos. So, but these are some of my favorite ones I've saved, and I was showing them to my grandkids this last week, and so then I thought, oh, it'll be worthy. Sure. So this is funny. Watch this. All right. Here's another one. They have people make reaction videos now on social media where somebody will do something. And this is kind of a reaction video.
Everybody shaking, they were staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive. Ooh, listen, baby, ain't no mountain, ain't no valley low.
All right, we can do this, okay?
No matter what I do, all I think. Oh, baby, oops, did it again. I play with you.
All right, whenever you're ready, take your time, okay? Me and you, don't be nervous.
Should have bought you flowers. All the time I turn around, brothers gather around, always looking at me up and down, looking at my. I just want to say it now, I ain't trying to.
All right, and a couple are here. This is a video. Look.
Llueva, que llueva, la vieja está en la cueva. Que llueva, la vieja está en la cueva, los pajaritos cantan.
What is that music where they have the bass? I mean, what's it called?
What, like that?
Yeah.
Beatboxing?
Beatboxing, but there's maybe that's it. Yeah.
Well, beatboxing is when you make the noise with your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And the last one. This is a golf one, and I think we can use this at fair use. We'll see.
We take out our drivers, we tee up, and that ball goes sailing up into the sky, holds there for a moment, and then... Hey, you want these? I don't want them. What? I stink! I can't play! The ball is just sitting there, Jerry, and I can't hit it.
That's how I would feel when I play golf.
It just takes time.
Yeah.
Golf is one of those ones where, but when you do start hitting the ball well,
yeah,
like it's really nice. I mean, it's like, it's a good feeling.
Yeah.
Like when you swing a club and hit a golf ball like an iron and you don't even feel the ball.
Yeah.
It's really a nice feeling.
Yeah. I'm not there. I'm a long ways from there.
It just takes practice. I mean,
yeah,
like you don't pick up golf overnight. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones where it's just all about muscle memory and repetition and just the same swing over and over and over and over and over and over.
Yep. I want to be sure and mention we appreciate and I can't find
I got it.
The overlays. Yeah, thank you. Valley Insurance for their sponsorship of the show. Matt and Joel are going to be with us here. I tried to get them this morning and they couldn't work it out in their schedule. They'll be on the show with us. And then I want to be sure and remind you that Thursday, and we're going to be promoting a Thursday, Eric Valentine will be here with us in the studio talking about his experience. We'll have some of the Boy Scouts that were a part of rescuing him and his fall. He fell in the Snake River area. It's probably been 3 months ago now, and he's doing well and recovered, but he could have died pretty easily.
And then the week after that, we're probably taking a break.
Yeah,
I would imagine. So we'll have a week where there's no show. So it'll be Thursday, and then the next show won't be till the first Tuesday in August.
I think that's probably the case.
Yeah, we probably need to just focus on Shrine that week.
Yep. All righty.
We got a couple would you rathers for you, BC. Would you rather smell like onions or garlic?
I don't know. Onion, I guess.
I'm going garlic.
Are you?
I like the smell of garlic way better. I don't like raw onions. So
is that it? Yeah.
And I love garlic. So
man, both of them are so.
Yeah.
I mean, when you when you come into a house and they've been cooking with either one, it's like, yeah.
But the garlic is just so much more savory, and onions just like, like I said, we had Raul's last night, and you get the street tacos with the onions on them. The whole house smells like onions for a week.
Yeah.
Because they're just so.
Yeah.
But garlic, man, you roast some garlic and. Would you rather eat rotten eggs or drink sour milk?
Sour milk.
That's a hard one for me because I don't like milk, but rotten eggs sounds so terrible.
I'm not sure. I think somewhere along the line I've smelled rotten eggs, but it's been a long time. But it's kind of an unforgettable.
Would you rather have your heart broken or be the heartbreaker?
Probably my heart broken.
I've never been the heartbreaker before.
It hurt. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I just hate someone you care. I don't know. For me, there's no way. I mean, if I was with someone, I care about them, and so even seeing them in pain would be difficult.
Yeah. Would you rather have $1 million in pennies or $100 million in ice cream?
$1 million in pennies?
Yep.
Probably the pennies.
I'll take the ice cream. I could sell if you had $100 million in ice cream. If you only
sell it off
sold 1/100th of that, you'd have $1 million.
That's true. Yeah.
But the pennies, man, could you imagine? Like, there's a video of some dummy that goes in and pays his court fine with pennies.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, it's not the old lady working behind the counter's fault that you got pulled over and got a traffic ticket. Like, he just dumps the pennies out of buckets in the window. It's like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Would you rather be the oldest person in the office or the youngest person in the office?
The oldest. I guess I probably am. That is me.
You already are, yeah. I don't know about that for me. I'd probably say the youngest for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, only because, I mean, the seniority, it's a lot easier to have the seniority than to be the newbie. So that's kind of.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're the oldest or youngest.
Yeah,
there could be.
true.
Benny's been here longer than me.
Yeah.
And he's way younger.
Yeah.
Would you rather be able to see 10 minutes into your own future or be able to see someone else's entire future anytime you want?
I think someone else's entire future. That'd be interesting.
Why?
Well, it's like you could tell them. I mean, for 10 minutes into my future, I mean, I guess, is that a continual thing? So you could continually see, you know? So
yeah. I'm taking 10 minutes into my
10 minutes,
future. Yeah, because you can anticipate them.
So it's like you could see, like, oh, this isn't going to go
well.
I'm going to change.
Better not go that way.
I'm going to be more careful. Yeah, I guess from that standpoint, yeah. You could use it in a preventative manner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you know what was coming, that might be kind of boring though too. If you always knew what was going to happen for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know. That'd be tough. All right, last one. Would you rather be criticized or ignored?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know. What do you think?
I'd rather be criticized. I don't like being ignored.
Yeah.
I want to know if there's something wrong.
I think I feel that way too.
I'd rather be criticized.
Yeah. Because at least
wouldn't be the first time.
At least you know that at least you know that you're doing something.
Yeah. If they're
you can correct it. If you're ignoring, you have no information at all.
Yeah, you don't know if they're pissed or if they're
yeah.
I don't like being ignored at all. All right, let's get out of here.
All right.
On this day, there's not very many of these. 1768, July 18th, the Boston Gazette publishes Liberty Song, America's first patriotic song. On this day in 1955, the first electric power generated from atomic energy is sold commercially. On this day in 1976, Nadia Comaneci, 14 years old, becomes the first gymnast in Olympic Games history to score a perfect 10. She did it 7 times at the Montreal Games.
And that, when I saw a video of her not too long ago, and she was, she was just, it was amazing.
Yeah, she was 14 when she did
was,
that.
yeah.
And then 2019, the children's songs Baby Shark and Raining Tacos were used by the city of West Palm Beach to drive homeless people away from the waterfront. They just played them continuously.
Baby Shark. What was the second one?
And Raining Tacos, another one.
I don't think I know that song.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Number 1 movie in America, July 18th, 1993, The Firm with Tom Cruise. And then the quote for the day, here it is. Outstanding long-term results are produced primarily by avoiding dumb decisions rather than by making brilliant ones. That's Warren Buffett. One more time. Outstanding long-term results are produced primarily by avoiding dumb decisions rather than by making brilliant ones.
That is a true statement.
Yeah, and it comes from a very successful human being as well.
Yeah, I think that the way I interpret that is that the organizations that I've been with, or that you've tried to improve, or the businesses, or my business, whatever, the very first thing you do is you try and remove the obstacles. You get rid of the obvious stuff, Yeah. That's where you start, whatever it might be. So, all righty. Well, thank you, Eastern Oregon.
Thursday,
Eric Valentine, be right here. Yep. Don't miss that. That'll be a great episode. Yep. So thanks so much.